Can you hear me, Stephen? Hold on. It sounds like your mic is on.
So I don't know if everyone can hear me. How are we doing? We've got some guys shouting, "Let's go, Uncle Babby." I think that's actually his wife, or friend, can't remember. Then we got, yeah, let's go around. Sam's going to be the first to set a lap. In the heavy rain, normally a 51, 52 is pretty good. Mr. Flash, how's it going? I see Mr. Shaz can hear us now. Welcome, qualifying's underway. Still can't hear my co-commentator, George Mr. Kennels from Pool 1 normally, but he is off this week.
I am here. I can hear you.
You can hear me now. There we go. I can hear you as well. Panic Potato takes the quickest lap so far. They should get a second fly in. Sam's second, Dynamic Sean, Savvy, Uncle Babby, Matt Don't Care, JOO, Yastiel, Laquera, Junelli. Kalen hasn't started his lap yet, or finished his first flying lap yet. He gave himself some nice space. Ravanti moves up the leaderboard, another one that's just finished. Kalen, where does he go? He stays in 13th. Ravanti's gone up to 5th though, and everyone's at least halfway around their second flying lap. Round 4, Wet Fuji. How did you enjoy your race, George?
Well, with the settings that we had, awesome. It was super intense and nice race. I did the double stint on Inters, even though the rain was heavy at the end.
Yeah.
And not the wet.
You don't know. I totally screwed mine up, so we're not even going to go there. But let's just say I started on Inters, and then after a little nudge, I went from 3rd, 4th to 11th. Made my way back, I think, to 9th, and then decided to pit for wets on lap 5 because I cooked my Inters trying to get my way back forward. So I just thought, roll the dice. You've got I would have lost 4 or 5 seconds a lap trying to stay out on those tires. So I thought, let me go 3-4 seconds quicker, and that will be great. But instead, I lost more. I was actually going. I did 2-minute lap times on this wets. Kept crashing for some reason. Panic Potato.
I was the way on the wets because I know it started getting drier a little bit later on.
Well, that's when I rolled the dice and went on to dry tires, and then it rained the next lap, so I put wets back on. That's what at that point my race was finished. I was just gambling. We got Jay taking second there. Currently, we've got a few guys to still come over. Rav and Kalen. Let's follow them. Kalen currently 10th. We've got some guys in the pits, so might not be 10th. We'll see where he moves up to though. So he goes 5th. We do have guys in the pits, but good lap by Kalen. So looks like Panic Potato, Jay, Sam, Savvy, Kalen. We'll have to just see what happened. Yeah, Sticks Suzuki didn't go well. It was weird though, because I put on R6, R7 and just practice guys would see I was doing 51s, 52s earlier, and then couldn't get under 54 in the race. I was more 2 minutes, 55s, 54 here and there at the end. But by then I was a minute behind, so it didn't really matter. Pool 4, how did Pool 4 go, Dean? Hope you cleaned up. I'm back in Pool 4 next week, so maybe if you're still there we'll join you. Doesn't sound like it though. Next week is a GR4 race, so I'll try and make it back to 3 for the week after for our charity race. Talking about that, reminder, we have had payday recently. We'll get back to that later. Panic Potato pulls off from the lead. JWO gets a good start. I think we had Jean getting a bit of a rough start there. Sam moves up to 3rd. Kalen up to 4th. We're just going to chaos in turn 1. Everyone getting through safely, it looks like. Yeah, my race went well up till about the corner after this.
I struggled a bit with the dirty hair at the second point.
This long right hand, I had a bit of a twitch. I was wide, and then there's a small touch that sent me on the grass. And pulling back on safely, I went from 4th to 11th. Panic Potato nice and clean out front. Jay 2nd, Sarah Sam 3rd, Kalen 4th. Sean stabilised into 5th. Uncle Babby 6th. Savvy 7th. Yastil 8th. Matt 9th. Thunderdome 10th. Lequera, Junelli and Ravanti. Looking at these guys have a little bit more rain. I'll tell you now what their settings were. So pool 1, their settings are 7, 6, 6, 5, 4, 8. I think the lower pools had 6, 6, 7, 4, 5, 8. So it's going to rain a lot longer. Then there'll be possibly a brief bit of maybe drying line towards the end, and then R8 right at the end. So it'll be interesting to see how.
They might have a little bit of a better dry each track than what we had.
These are the settings I should have raced. I enjoyed this heavy wet and R6, R7 weather, but starting on R6, for some reason Gran Turismo decides to make it drying, and the rain only comes after 5 minutes. Panic Potatoes opened up a little bit of a gap. Jay's under pressure from Sam at the moment.
That's just asking, we must check who's brave enough driving without TC.
To run? Inters?
TC.
Oh. You can keep an eye on the side there and just see if there's anyone. Probably most of them will run TC. I know Yastil normally doesn't like TC, but if everyone else is using it, he might be.
Sam and Jay both not on TC.
We've got Uncle Babby taking my line. See how much time you lose down that side. Uncle Babby lost 3 places on lap 2 there. That was... Sorry, you're also seeing, if you're watching on YouTube, you've got about a 6-second delay behind what I'm seeing. We only have 13 people in here, but... bunching up at the hip at the chicane as usual, but Lequera pushing Thunderdome through. Thunderdome's all over the back of Uncle Babby, who's recovering after his little slide there. Loving Thunderdome's livery.
It's good. Saw it on the Discord as well.
Yeah, I see you joined the party, so you can keep an eye on the other cars first. Ravanti's all the way down in 13th. I'm not sure what happened to him. If it was just his qualifying or if he's run wide somewhere. I know Rav's normally pretty good in the wet, so keep an eye out for him. Panic Potato flying ahead, he's on the wets, 150.8. Sam 52, 53 for Jay.
Yeah, we've got a five-way battle for P9.
Yeah, the pack's all pretty close together through the field still. Just see what's happening here. Uncle Babby, Thunderdome, Lequera, Junelli and Ravanti all close together. ahead of them. We've got Matt Don't Care, a couple seconds to Yasteel. Keep an eye on your steel strategy. He might be pulling a steel strategy here. We'll have to see. Dynamic Jean, nice and comfortable in 6th. We can see the heavy rain from the R7 is hitting heavier rain. We're into the purple now. So it's about to get a bit more slippery. Savvy in 5th, Kalen still in 4th.
I must say the Alpha was quite nice in the wets.
Enjoyed it.
But I just
move down the field.
Made a move on RBS.
Yeah, Thunderdome 888 as he's now known. We caught it in the background of the shot there, going through the chicane from further up the hill. Drove still right on the back of Junelli. Yeah, so Panic Potato I think has definitely put in some wet practice here because he's 4.6 seconds ahead on the 3rd lap. Sam did 52 last time, Panic Potato 50.8. See what he does this time around, 50.5, even a little bit quicker. Gap up to 5 seconds. Sam gets his best, 51.7, 52.0 for Jay. Kalen 52.7, 52.1 Savvy, 52.8. So most of the guys are getting into the 52s now, all in the train. We've got some more action coming down the straight here. Guys looking out to make a move. Matt defending from Uncle Babby, some Sam on Sam action. Lequera going
I think
up the
Uncle
inside.
Babby and Matt will start picking up their pace now because they are both on inters.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Caught it. Intermediates for Thunderdome as well. Raventy on inters.
And Rav.
Yeah, so it's those guys, Matt, Uncle Babby, Thunderdome and Rav are the guys on inters. Everyone else is on wets. They've had their R7. I just want to try to find the car. Sorry about jumping around so much, guys. Someone had the weather map up. There we go. So it's now gone off the purple, off the dark blue onto the light blue, and we're going to get the very brief bit of no rain. So as you're saying, we're already into intermediate on the tyre monitor, and it's only going to dry a bit more from here. So the guys on the wets are going to have to look after it. Inters can push a little bit more.
We'll just did another overtake on Matt Don't Care.
Guys in the chat, tell us if you're watching, say hi so we know who's there, how your race went. Sing 75%. Is that how your race went? Or Jay getting into the 51.0, Sam 50.8, 50.1 for Panic Potato as the track dries. Times are getting quicker. Pumpkin Patch now, the heavy.
Everyone, Rav has got the most fuel.
Yeah. And he's on Inter's Thunderdome. Oh, who went sideways there? Matt Don't Care got his Supra sideways. He's pulled into the back of the pack there, lost himself a few seconds. Probably about 4-5 it looks like. Panic Potato's gap's not increasing as quickly now, it's 5.8. Nice comfortable gap from Serious Sam. He's got 1.2 to Jay, 1.4 to Kalen. Savvy right behind Kalen, 0.6. Dynamic Jean, 1.3. He's 2 seconds over Yasteel.
Pumpkin say we must red flag the race and wait for the rain to stop and the track to dry up.
Yeah, that was when the R8 comes at the end. Uncle Babby sitting in 8th, Lequera 9th, Thunderdome 10th. He's got Raventy right behind him now. They've dispatched Giannetti as the Inters are coming into their own. So we can see last time around these guys did 51.0s and 51.2, which is the same pace as second and third place. Let's see what they're doing now that the track's even drier. We had Matt Don't Care, who was one of the other guys on intermediates. He's had an incident pushing too hard maybe. Uncle Babby, he's on intermediates. He did a 50.5 last time. He does a 47.4 there, fastest lap of the race, just as we came to him. Closing the gap down, making use of those softer tyres. Thunderdome did a 49, Raventi 48.4. So they weren't quite as quick as Uncle Baby, but let's see what is our leader doing. 47.9. So the leader not much slower than Uncle Baby, but the tyres are going away from him and coming to the others. He's already got a nice commanding lead of 7 seconds. Sam's now only 0.7 ahead of Chase, so he might have had a slide or something. Kalen,
I think we might see 44 even from Uncle Bobby. The track dries up a little bit more and he gets some slip.
Yeah. Well, his problem now is he's going to get caught up in traffic. He's closing in. He's only 1.8 behind Yasteel. Yasteel's got John right in front of him. Then there's about a 2.5 second gap to the 5th, 4th, 3rd and 2nd battle. You can see that Uncle Baby's taken a second in the sector. I think Jean's holding Yasteel up quite a bit as well, because Yasteel's all over him. Uncle Baby was over a second behind. He's now only 5/10 behind, coming through the last sector. Those inters with the extra grip. Jean goes wide there. As I say, he's really struggling. Yasteel's coming through. Nope, Jean manages to get some good drive out there. Uncle Baby right with him. He moves across. Yasteel 47.8. 45.5 from Uncle Baby. 2 seconds quicker than Yas. Oh, he thought about going for both, but Yasteel took a look at the time, so can't go through there. Now he needs to get through, because that's going to start costing him. He goes up the inside of Yasteel into turn 1, exit turn 1, side by side with Jean. A little bit of nudge there. Both go wide. Yasteel's going to try to get back through on Jean now. Uncle Baby get a penalty for track limits? Looks like not, probably because there was contact. And he goes up to 6, and now he's got 4 seconds to Savvy. The other thing that we can see is intermediates are dying a death quite quickly. So you're going to have to pit and switch tyres shortly.
In our race, the intermediates only lasted like 5 laps. Maybe you could have pushed it for 6 laps, but you would have killed your tires.
Yeah, we've got quite a nice queue here still. Savvy's right with Kalen, who goes a little bit wide there. He's actually looking up the inside, but the corner's going to change. Oh, and he a bit of a nudge. Knocks Kalen sideways. He waits, but
lucky.
That's letting 3 other cars through. Make that 4-5. So Kalen drops 6 places after that. So all the way from 4th down to 10th. He's not going to be happy. Savvy flashes to apologise. He's right behind. What the worst part will be if he comes past now. Sam on the wets pulls into the pits. He's had enough. His tyres are looking a bit cooked. Yasteel also pits.
I wonder if he's going to go another set of wets or inters.
The problem is the track's drying very quickly.
It's dry, yeah.
So my race was buggered at this point, so I tried the slicks, but it wasn't on this lap. It was like lap 12.
I think the slicks in this race might work.
I think this is, that's, what was their weather? 76654. So
yeah,
this is the R6 that's already giving them dry weather. There might be like a shower coming shortly. Let's go find someone who's got rain on. There we go. There's a little bit of rain on the map, but it's not coming in at the moment. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. Uncle Baby's now up to 3rd after the guys pitted. It's only 14 seconds off the lead. He's only 2 seconds behind Jay now. Jay really struggling with those dead wets. Panic Potato 46.2 last time around on his dead wets. 48 for Jay. 46 for Uncle Baby last time with the traffic. Thunderdome 46 last time around. He's on dying intermediates. Raventi's shadowed him through. He's right behind in 5th. They're only 5 seconds behind Uncle Babby.
Okay.
It's not too far off.
Panic Potato going into the pits.
Yeah, good call. Get rid of those dead wets. Now, what's going to be interesting is what do you put on? There's still 13 laps to go. We're on a R6, there's R5 and 4 still to come. Where possibly will stay dry, but one shower and you're going to be in trouble. Jay also comes in. Uncle Babby on his inters gets to stay out longer. Raventy and Thunderdome come in. Their inters were looking quite worn. Panic Potato onto mediums. He comes out right in front of Matt Don't Care. You'll want to stay. Scott DeLine manages to stay ahead. Panic Potato still in second place. Matt now up to third, but he's going to have to pit shortly. Sam, who has pitted on...
Everyone's pitting for the mediums.
Sam's on mediums. Jay's on mediums. Yastil's on mediums. Sean medium. Rav medium. Lequera still on the intermediates. He pitted on lap 7, so he's going to go backwards at a rate now. And the problem is, it's great, fine to stay on them and lose a few seconds a lap, and then when the rain comes, you're in a good position. But this race, the track with these long corners kills the front left so quickly that by the time the rain comes, he's going to be on dead tires and need to pit anyway. Thunderdome with his pit stops down to 10th. I'm not sure what happened there. He's battling with Lequera at the moment. Maybe Thunderdome had an issue coming out the pits or something. He's on mediums.
Picked up a 0.5 penalty at turn 2.
Lequera still on the intermediates trying to cool them. Kalen on softs with, like you say, a half-second penalty. Ginelis on the intermediates. Savvy on mediums. Yeah, the Savvy incident, I had something similar on the last, I think the last turn, or no, sorry, it was the left coming out the chicane. Car that was next, I went around the outside of a car, but then I wouldn't say it turned in on me, but we're Hamilton, Verstappen at Monza kind of situation, side by side, and there was this nudge, and he got sideways, but luckily enough I managed to turn away, and I was the one that actually ended up losing time. He managed to keep it straight, whoever that was. Apologies. Uncle Babby into the pits now, he's onto mediums. Couldn't start any longer. Matt Don't Care also enters. The Queron enters, comes in. They possibly left it for a lap or two too long.
Yeah.
So now that the track shuffled the Inters guys out the way at the moment, they should still be in. Oh, Panic Potato crashed. He's off the. It's not. Is he off? It's a game
moving.
Is he disconnecting? What's happening? Is he giving the guys
his wheel didn't.
Yeah, something's happened there to his equipment, because he's not trying to reverse or anything yet. Sam now takes the lead. He has Steel, Dynamic Sean. Uncle Babby is now fourth. Raventy, JOO, Thunderdome. Kalen's gone through. Panic Potato still parked. That's terrible luck. I don't know what's happening. He's still just sitting there on the mediums. Lequera is only a car behind him now. He's just coming up to that section of the track. So our leaders dropped to dead last. I'm not sure what's happening.
Very unlucky.
Technical issues in sim racing. Maybe his wheels turned off or something. He's still in the lobby.
I actually had some issues with my wheel, and every time before the race, I actually hope and pray that it doesn't happen in the race. Like when there's like sudden vibrations, like if I catch a car that oversteers, or I'm in a battle with someone and he pushes me off track and something, and then my throttle stops working, and I have to unplug the pedal and plug it back in.
I just quickly checked on Discord. Panic Potato says he thinks his game crashed.
Oh shoot.
He's showing in 13th, and he will get 13th place points for this round, but unfortunately that's going to be him into Pool 2 next week. So rest in peace, Pool 2. All the guys that are there, you now have to race Panic Potato.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Okay, so Sam comes through, and Panic Potato as a host, so
it shows his car there, but we don't get yellow flags for him being off track.
Yeah, I did see that. So we've got Jastil now in second, Jean in third. They're battling earlier, now it's come back to them. Ravanti is up to fourth, Uncle Babby's fifth, so Rav's got past Uncle Babby somehow in the traffic there. J6, Thunderdome seventh, Kalen's up to eighth after his early incident. This thing says it's all Steve's fault. Well, it can't be this Steve. Savvy is now in ninth, Junelli 10th, Matt Dunke 11th, Lequera 12th, and Panic Potato unfortunately still parked on the side, but the lobby's holding for now. Galactic Gaming says Panic Potato bracket mashed potato. Mashed potato is greater than Panic Potato. Sam now has a comfortable 6-second lead. Kalen's going to be saying if only, because he was right with Sam earlier. Yeah, still now up into second.
Been on the podium.
Yeah. Good job by Yastil, a little bit of a twitch there. Dynamic Jean, he is running the same pace. He's got Ravanti behind him, my co-commentator. Doing a great job in fourth. He was actually half a second quicker than the two ahead last time around. I'm surprised there's so much dry track at the moment, but we've got 8 laps to go. We're probably going to have the last 3-4 laps where the rain comes back. So that's going to be interesting. Everyone's going to have to pit. Uncle Babby's fifth. He's going along at a good pace, but he was flying on the inters. He's not quite as quick as he was on the compared to the pack on mediums. Triv's asking who's with me on the chat. It's Kennels, Mr. George, Uncle George.
Hello, Mr. Trivs.
George of the Jungle hashtag. So while we are having a little bit of scroll through, shout out to our sponsors, TGN Racing Simulators, for all your corporate events. Hey, if you're having a birthday party and you want to rent some pro rigs, I'm sure they'll do it. If you're organising a race at your track, get some rigs in there and do a lap time challenge. Always a good way to create a vibe. TGN, you can also buy your own rig from them. We've got Right Recruitment, DC Gaming's mom. You need a job or you're hiring, give her a shout. Probably more hiring, I think, but I think they do help job seekers as well. And then Rhino Utilities in Sanin, a bit of everything, solar, electrical. If you have a camp in the Kruger Park and you need some solar installation, call Jacques at Rhino Utilities. So there's our sponsors. I can only read half of Triv's messages. I wasn't crying, I was fuming on my race, but that was a different story. I did have a nice one-lap battle with Triv's. Panic Potato just say he's going to leave the game open. He apologizes if it does crash or close later. So that's
at the moment it doesn't affect anyone, at least, because the yellow flags is not coming up, and that's normally a issue when you try to overtake someone.
Exactly.
That happened to DC in his game. He didn't go for an overtake. In his position, he was actually ahead of the guy, and he got a second penalty for the overtaking yellow flag, and that cost him like 5 positions.
Yeah.
So he wasn't very happy about it, but unfortunately that's the penalty system of GT7.
See, it happens all the time. I turn off flag rules, people complain, we have them on, and then we get random shitty penalties with the game. Sam's gaps come down from 6 seconds to 4.6, 4.7. So yeah, still is cracking some pace on. He's got past Jean and Rav. Rav was second just now, I think. Yeah, still on the mediums, 42.8, Ravanti 42.3, 41.9, sorry, Bonnie says hello. Jean's dropped the second off the back of them, then it's 4 seconds to Uncle Babby. He's got Jay and Thunderdome coming. Jay obviously must have lost out somewhere in the traffic or rain, maybe pitted a lap too late. I'm just looking, Uncle Babby's fuel is also very low, so he's going to have to pit soon, which is even worse because you're expecting rain but you can't put the wet tires on yet. Bonnie is a Husky Cross Collie, Captain Slow. She was just greeting She wants to know why I'm not giving her attention. We've got these 3 cars are still fairly close. J, Uncle Babby and Jean. J, Uncle Babby and Thunderdome. I had a heart attack for a second. I just saw a car parked inside, but that's still Panic Potato. Panic Potato, guess you're viewing now.
He's just getting into the rhythm now because he's going purple again.
Oh, Thunderdome looking up the inside of Jay. Gets through, nice clean move. Jay then takes him back on the next turn. Bonnie just knocked my phone flying because she sits on the chair like the arm of the chair like it's her chair. She's saying she wants to race me. Nope, she's going to beat me way too fast. Panic, hard luck there, man. A comfy gap out front, and then Kaz got you good tonight. But I'm sure you'll make up for it next week in pool 2 and then back in pool 1 for round 6, the charity special. So that was what I wanted to remind everyone earlier. I think we've only had 3 donations so far, and it's payday. $100 each, guys, come on. The details are on Discord. We've got a target. Last year we did 7,800. We've got the whole of August to do it, so starting tomorrow, a whole month. And the charities are Rhino Disharmony, which is private security, what's the right word, nature conservation charity that needs some support there, and the other charity is SA Guide Dogs, so they provide training, assist people, the blind, get their dogs, get the training, train the dogs, all that kind of stuff. And I did actually see now they were advertising donations for a certain amount to qualify you to a draw for a Suzuki Jimny in February or March. So if GTSA win it, we'll make it as a season prize or something. So get your donations in there. Only the people who donate will go in that draw. We do have to win the Jimny first though. Out front, gaps come down to 3.7. Sam's tyres are good. He's got enough fuel to go to the end. Ravanti likewise, that he's maybe got a little bit more fuel, as George pointed out earlier, so that's why he's pushing. Yeah, still sitting in his slipstream, getting towed along. He's also half a tank of fuel left. Sean's dropped 2.4 back. Thunderdome's now in 5th place, 4.6. I wonder what happened. Uncle Babby had to pit. JWO 6, KLM pace recovering to 7th. What's crazy is he lost, I think it was about 15 seconds, and he's only 14 seconds off the lead. So his drive pace has been as strong or stronger than anyone's. He's on Racing Softs though, which are starting to get tired, but it does look like clouds are gathering with 5 laps to go. Savvy on the mediums, 8th place, Lequera 9th. Uncle Babby, who pitted and put intermediates on, he's going through. Looked like he was going back into pits. Lequera on mediums was...
I wonder if there's rain on the road.
Yeah. I said now that the clouds are getting darker, so I'm sure it's coming. New Panic, there's a view of your car. You can see that you are still in the game, getting 13th place while you're watching. I'm just trying to find out where Jean's got the weather map. Yep, we can see the light blue is about to hit the circuit. If you're on the guys, especially the main pack, they're coming through the chicane and the uphill last sector, they'll be able to pull into the pits and put on the wets or inters, whatever they choose now. Punkin mentions about the charity again. We actually, I said, as soon as we also want Zappa Gaming guys to get involved. We shared a few of the different gaming sites. We are going to donate in memory of Dirk, DJ, passed away earlier this year. Just so everyone's on the same page, but we've got a Nedbank account pad in there. We're going to do a donation. We've got to beat 7-8, but the target is 15. So make an admin happy and go do that after the race or tomorrow morning. We've got a whole bunch of guys. The first 3 have gone through again. They should be fine, cutting it close, but the top 3 are definitely going to get a big time gap if they don't get caught by the rain. Everyone else is in the pits putting on the weights. Yeah, Steel. Thunderdome, what's Thunderdome going on to?
With a 0.5 penalty.
Thunderdome onto weights, Kalen onto intermediates, Jay onto weights. So Kalen's going to be able to push, but he'll have advantage for 2 laps or so, and then the other guys will have an advantage. So it's going to get quite tricky there. Uncle Babby is on old inters, Matt's on old inters, Laquera's on old weights, inters for Junelli, Panic Potatoes on the mediums, parked and watching. Yes, as you said, Sam is on half a second penalty. He is coming into the last sector, which is the trickiest sector.
So he's going to pit now, so the penalty won't hurt him that much.
Yeah. Well, Panic Potatoes car panicked. I think that was the problem. The gap's down to 3.5 to Rav, 3.2. Jean has dropped way off. He's just been extra careful. The medium rain's starting to come. It is now inter territory, and the heavy rain's not far off. So these 3 are just going to make it. Jean having a bit of a cautious entrance down the pits. Let's see Sam. Sam's going in with, I wonder if he's going to get a 3-second penalty for that. Looked like he crossed the line, but it could have been lag. So the first 2 are in. Gap came down to 2.7 with the penalty. Jean's coming in. Does he make it? Yeah, he makes a track limits maybe at the end there. Yeah, still was...
That was a very grey area for me going into the pits, because I'm not sure exactly if you go over that line, does it give you the 3 seconds or not? So I didn't try.
So yeah, Steele's already coming past. He's jumped Sam. Sam's coming out down the straight. They're going to be very close together. Raventy's coming out right behind Sam. Whereas Steele comes right into the middle of that pack, so he's got warm wets. He's right behind Sarah Sam, who had a big gap. Raventy's closed it, and Steele's there. So we've got a 3-way pace fast, and it's been a while since I've seen that. Kalen just off the pack, 5 seconds in 4th. Thunderdome 5th.
Comeback though.
Yeah, great comeback by Kalen. He's on the inter, so he should pull quite quickly up to the back of the other guys, but where's Dynamic Sean, our weatherman? We are starting to hit the purple weather. You can see the little bar going up. It's still suiting inters, but I think Kalen's going to have to defend from Thunderdome later on. It's already getting very slippery there. You can see him sliding. Gap 2.2 to Thunderdome. That was a choice. Thunderdome, Jean, and then they quite close to Kalen, 2-3 seconds, and it's 4 seconds back to Jay and Savvy, who are in the middle of a big battle. Trivs, you're going to have to make your way into pool 1 as well. Then you can have you can be like Ducati in MotoGP, top 5, top 8. Savvy and Jay still battling there over that 7th. I don't know if they know, but they're only a second behind Thunderdome, who's only now second behind Kalen. Thunderdome on weights. Anyone else on inters besides Kalen? Okay, Uncle Babby and Matt, they're going to be struggling with those dead inters now. Laquera on the wets is 14 seconds behind. He could still catch them, which doesn't really affect him because he's not in a relegation place. Junelli and Potato, the last 2, and the 2 that didn't pitch. Sam stabilised that gap at 1.4. Your Steele's got Rav right behind him. I'm surprised that the guys who pitted the lap before made up so much time, because it looked right until the last couple of corners that the other guys had made the right choice, but they obviously were very careful to not spin. I'm getting bitten on my arm here while I'm yes, you'll get attention just now. Hello. Cheers, cute, so it's fine. Rav versus Steele for P2. Kalen's dropped back to 7 seconds behind this group on the intermediates. Still holding on currently to 4th. Thunderdome in 5th. Jean on the wets catching Thunderdome. So Jay and Savvy still battling over that 7th and 8th. There's some great racing between the 2 of them. And exactly what you said there, George. I was just watching that. No yellow flag, and if there was, that would, like Jay and Savvy going side by side, there definitely would have been a 3-second penalty to one of them. So good thing that glitch didn't do anything there. Panic Potato, I can give you one consolation. I was in Pool 2 a couple seasons back, I think it was like 2023, leading a race by 50-something seconds at Bathurst. And just after I started my last lap, the power went off. So that not only made me drop a pool, it stopped me going to Pool 1. And that was on the last lap, not halfway. So I understand the pain of a technical error while you're leading. So Rav holding that same gap to Sam. Steele's just dropped a little bit back behind Raventy now. Rav having a great ride into second. Kalen has got Thunderdome right behind him. 2 laps to go. It's definitely wet weather territory now, but we'll see if Kalen can hold on. Right now he's got a Merc trying to pass him. Jean's dropped a half second off on these guys, but he'll probably start catching now. Might have just had a little slide.
Especially if Kalen and Thunderdome start battling each other like they do now, I think Jean is going to catch him quite quick.
Yeah.
He's got fresher tyres than both of them. So.
Yeah, it was 4 seconds to Jay, now it's only 1.7, so Jay's dispatch was Savvy, or Savvy might have had a slide there. He had a slower lap. So he's 1.7 behind Jay now. So we passed the Panic Potato corner. Get a turn named after you now. What's happening? We now have a train. Kalen 4th, Thunderdome 5th, Jean 6th. We're about to have JOO and then Savvy also in this group. So Kalen, who's in 4th, could be all the way down to 8th by the end of this final lap. Or you can do some excellent Kalen pace defense and hold on. Thunderdome runs a bit wide there, so that will help. Yeah, sorry. I'm going to have to nominate a couple drivers of the day today. So Sam goes on to the last lap. The gaps come down to 1.1, but if he just manages it, he should be fine. Rav's opened up a gap on your steel. It's flying a fellow regular co-commentator. As we're saying, that Rav comes into the panic corner. Oh no, not yet, sorry. So, one corner away. Now it's time to go into panic corner. I actually thought he had just come through here, gone onto the curb and then spun it into the barrier. I kept waiting for the car to reverse. So I don't know where Rav was right at the back early on, and he's up to second. He's one of my drivers of the day. Kalen probably, if he holds on to 4th, will definitely be the other, and it looks like he's got a bit of a gap there. Jay's gone past Thunderdome, so now we do have a pace 1 to 5. I don't know if we've ever had one of those before. I know we've had like 1-2s or 1-2-3s maybe. Yeah, host of the day, Bunkum Patch says this Panic Potato. I'll give it the third driver of the day, obviously the guy that was leading by 10 seconds when the game froze. But I'm just glad to see we're on the final lap. Last couple corners. Looks like everything's going to hold on. It would have been a disaster if the game shut down halfway through. Sam's lost a little bit more time, but Rav, don't do that. You're making me nervous. Just now you're going to spin. Nope. Sam takes the win. Raventy takes second. Yasteel takes third. Yasteel also was near the back at the start, so shout out to him as well. Him, Raventy, they started at the back, made it to the front. Kalen started near the front, went to the back, made it back to the front. What a finish there. Thunderdome, Dynamic Jean and Savvy all close together. We had JOO in 5th. You can see even on the replay, Thunderdome and Jean are next to each other. They're 0.071 gap. And another 0.2 to Savvy. Uncle Baby recovers after his early incidents to 9th place.
Yellow flag.
Matt Don't Care in 10th. Lequera 11th. Junelli in 12th.
And Panic Potato having a tea there.
Panic, you're not in your car, I can't see you. No. It's a potato.
Getting lapped.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good race.
Yep. I looked in the car and I didn't see him. Trevs, we're going to go back there now, but I also didn't see that I could get the results. So I'm just quickly scrolling through so we can see everyone's position and time gaps on the stream. No, I can't see the results because it's waiting for the 180 seconds to finish because we still have the car on track. Oh wait, there was someone in the car there. Panic, I can see you there in the driver's seat. Wave. So the TNR livery looks good. Mr. Zeta said that everyone's now doing victory laps around Panic Potato. So, view event settings. So thanks to everyone who watched. Next week you'll all be grumpy and moaning at me again, but we'll have another race. I hope you enjoyed your wet weather experience. Next week's drive, we're going to have some GR4 excitement. Yeah, Uncle Baby,
yep, and
always trust your gut. Yeah, you guys have to deal with George next week, and now I don't know who's going to help me commentate because Ravanti, instead of coming last like a good commentator, decided to come in the top two. Matt don't care, Panic got stuck. His game crashed. He decided he had such a big lead, he thought he'd park it on the corner for about half an hour and then try to catch you guys. Fortunately, the lobby didn't crash, I must say.
Okay.
I don't know if the game is going to... I'm sure we've done more than 3 minutes. His 25-minute lap, that's not good. Yeah, more specific, it's the game crash, not him. So shout out to everyone. I don't think this is going to be able to give us results. If any of the drivers that are there, if you can see a screen where you can get the positions, otherwise we can just take them from this screen here. Serious Sam first by 1.1 seconds, Ravanti 3.3 ahead of Jeff Steele, Kalen Pace, Bonnie says sorry Panic, Kalen Pace not 10 seconds behind Jeff Steele. JWO, Thunderdome, Dynamic Jean, Savvy, Uncle Babby, Matt Don't Care, Laquera, Junelli, and the Unfortunate Potato. Thanks everyone, we shall see you next week. George, thanks for co-commentating. Do appreciate it.
It was a pleasure, and well done to all the drivers. Number one, always it's nice to see the good battles. See you next week.
Great. TJN, Track Art, and Right Recruitment. Go support them, support their pages, and don't forget to donate. Charity event on Facebook, it's on the community announcements, so get it done. Thanks guys, cheers.